Namaste, good morning, good evening. This is part 2 of learning how to write Hindi. In the previous lesson, we covered the Hindi swar or the vowels. And today, we'll be moving on to the consonants of Hindi, which are called Vyanjan. We won't be covering all of them because that will be too much for one single video. What we will do is we'll do half of them and then look at a few words which will use the Vyanjans that we do today and the swars that we did in the previous one. So let's jump in. So these are the consonants that we will be covering today. Previously, I have made a video which is basically how the Hindi alphabets sound. So if you need help with the pronunciation for the consonants that we are covering today, you can just take a look at that video as well. I will do a little bit of the pronunciation today, but the focus is on the writing. So it will be like a very cursory glance. Now Hindi has 33 consonants and 4 extra combined consonants. What we will cover today is the first 20 of the simple consonants. Make sure you have a notebook and just practice along with the video. So the consonants in Hindi are clubbed in families, and each family has a distinct common place in the mouth or in the throat from where the sound comes out. One single family. So if you see here, the first 5, these will be coming from the throat. Okay, so the sound comes from one place. So the first 5 is k, kh, g, gh, ra. And when you say that, so when you say k is for cat. So the k comes somewhere from here, right? K. And then kh is also something that's from the same location. You'll just put more effort and more air into it. So it becomes k and kh. And then the next one, which is g, also comes from the same place. G, and then a little more of that is gh. And ra is the N sound, which again comes from the same place. The next one is coming from the top of the palate, the tongue touching the top of the palate. These are ch, ch, that's the pronounced one. J, jh. For ch and jh, I couldn't actually find any Hindi words. In the other video, I've sent the same thing. So you have ch, ch, j, jh, ing. Okay, the same place in the mouth. Ing. The next way, you take the tongue and you roll it and then you flick it like that. Okay, so it's t, t, th, d, dh, and no. And the last one is the tongue touching the back of the teeth, of the top teeth. So in the t, your tongue was something like this, okay? And in the t, your tongue is actually straight like that. So it's t, okay? So this is your palate and this is the tongue, and it just does that. I don't know if it makes sense. So it's t, th. Think, if you say it like that. If you say the word think like that, the th is the th, and then the letter before that, t, comes from the same location. Okay, so t, th, the, as in there or this, and then th, and last one is no. So just a very, very quick pronunciation, just a recap sort of a thing. Now let's move on to the writing. So let's start with the first 5. K. Start with a straight line, then a round circle sort of a thing, and then like that, and that's K. And then in Hindi, for every letter we have a top line. So let's do that once again. A straight line down, a round, a circle loop sort of thing, and then again loop, but with a bottom which is open. Okay, and then the top line. So how to write in flow? Just take one line like that and like that. So that's in one go. Like that. Go. Next is kh. So for kh, you do like that, like this. Okay. Then you take this up like that then you make another loop like that, and then you complete this, and then the top line. So you start like this, like this, like that, and that's K for khaki. So like that, a loop, a circle, and then as a straight line, that's K. That's K and K. The next one is G. G is for goat, get, gambler. First you'll make one vertical line with a tiny circle at the bottom, and then another single line, vertical line, which is longer than that one. That's it. So you start and make this, and then another one, and then the top line. So that's G. Okay? This and this. That's G. The next is G and R. So for G, you make two round shapes and that. It's sort of a 3 but looking the other way. That's G. Last is R. R is, you start with an S. Okay, this is, we used this sort of a shape when we were writing E in Swar. So you do this and then you add a dot over here. This is a nasal sound. It's R. Okay, you start with an S. So you start with a vertical line and then an S and then a dot and the top line. Once again, that and the top line. So before we move on, let's just write all 5 together in one continuous space. So we have K, Kh, G, Gh, No. Okay. Now, obviously, when you write in the flow, the letters look a bit different. When you draw it very slowly, it looks very awkward. But yeah, these are the first 5. You can see it, right? Yes. Okay. Now let's move on to the next set. The next set is ch, ch, j, jh, and ear. So ch is for things like charm, rich, the ch sound. Okay. So you start with short horizontal line, and then you make a round, a semicircle sort of a thing. Okay. So you do that. Okay. And then the vertical like that, and then the top line. So you start like that, and it goes in one flow again. Okay. Cho. Like that. Okay. You could break it down. You could write like that, and then that. That's also fine. So it like that. That's cho. Next is ch. So for ch, you start with something like a gh, which we did previously. But now here, what you'll do is you'll take this up and you make it into a round shape. Okay. And then you will add a vertical line after that. So you do like that. In one go, you take a vertical line and then the top line. That is ch. Once more. That, then round on like then vertical line and then the top line. Okay. So ch and ch. Next is j and jh. For j, what you'll do, you'll start with like that, half circle, and then a horizontal line, a short horizontal line, and then your vertical line and the top one. Once again, J. Okay. J. Then you have Jh. So for that, you will start with how we wrote the E, like that you will start. So you will start with a vertical line, then and S, then a curve and a flick. So this is E. We've done this in this word. Now what you'll do is you'll take from here and you'll make a horizontal line, and then a vertical line, and then the top one. And this is Jh. Okay, once again, down, S, round, and again down, left, and then straight line, and the top one. Last time. Jh. And the last one in this 5 set is Ina. This, when you use it in words, it will be used as a dot or like that. This is called a Chandra Bindu. So Chandra means moon and Bindu means a dot. So Chandra Bindu means Chand, and so Chand is a moon and dot. This is a Bindu and this is a Chandra Bindu. The Iya, when you write it on its own, it is something like that. This is 3/4 of a circle. Then a horizontal and a vertical. That's Iya. But as I said, when you use it in words, it will be mostly like this. But right now we're just learning how to write it. So you again do this, and that's Iya. Okay? Iya. Now again, let's write all 5 of them together. Ch, Ch, J, Jh, yeah. Let's move on to the next one. The next is T, Th, D, Dh, Rh. So T is, you start again with a short vertical line, and then you once again make a round shape. Okay, this is T and the top line. This is T. So this is like a half circle. Let's try it again. Down and round. That's it. It's just two lines. Okay, and then the top one. So you start with down, that. Next is Th. For Th, it's the same thing, but we'll complete the circle. Okay, so we do that, and then that. It's a round shape. It's like it's a round. Okay, and Th. That's Th. This and then this. That is Th. Th. The third one is D. Now D is again very close to a few other letters that we've seen. So it starts with a vertical line and the S, and that is D. That's it. That's D. Okay. So vertical line and the S. D. D. Okay. T, Th, D. The next 2 in this set are Dh and Rh. Here what we'll do is we will start with how we wrote T. So this is what we did for T, right? So we will do that. But after that we will add like a circle at the bottom. So that is Dh. Okay. So we will start with the T, but we will finish the loop at the end. Okay, that's Dh. Last one is Rh. Make a vertical line with this and then a curved line and then take it back up. Then you will make another vertical line which is longer than that one, and that is your no. Okay. Now this is used in its original form a lot, but again this one also will be used like either a dot or a chandrabindu. Okay. So like that, and then this is no. Once again like that, and this is no. Now let's look at the 5 in one go. T, th, d, th, no. T, th, d, th, no. Now we have the last 5, right? Last 5 are t, th, d, th, and n. For t, you make a horizontal line and you go from right to left and then you take it down. A 7 but the other way. And then you make a vertical line like that, and that is t. That, and then vertical line. So we have t. Okay. Then we have th. So you start with the round, you do that. That is th. Once more. You can either stop or you can continue. Both are fine. It just depends on you, right? It depends on how your handwriting is. On a computer, it sort of looks like it's 2 separate parts. So it's this and that. So that is th. Next will be the. So for the, we start with the same thing that was in t. Okay, so we saw t as a vertical line, and this was t, right? What you will do now, you will take a flick and you will make it a dh, right? This was dh. But now what you will do is you'll bring it down. So now this is the. Okay, so this is t. This part is th. This is dh, and this is the. Okay, they're sort of similar. So this is the. Once more, down, round, another round, and loop and pull it down. Okay, once more, like this, like that, and niche. The. Then we have the. Now the, you remember how we did gh and ch, right? It's something similar to that. So now what we'll do, we will start with a round, okay, like that again, and now we will do what we did in gh. This is what we did in gh, right? So our gh was this. This is for gh. Okay, this is gh, and in dh it will be the same thing, but we will have this. Okay, so you start with a loop and then you make a 3 facing the other side, and then a vertical line, and then the horizontal line. So this is dh. Dh. Okay, so this was in one go. If you want to make it in parts, so you can just do this, right? This will be one. This has to be one flow, and then a straight line, and this. So you can either do it like that, or you can go it in. You can go like it in one go like that. So this is dh. This is the and dh. Last is n. you start with a circle and you pull it towards the right. So you start like that and then you put it like that. So it's like a tap. Okay, so no. Once again, like that, and then the vertical, and then the top line. No. Like this, and that. So that was the last letter that we're going to do today. So let's first repeat the last 5, and then we'll look at all 20. So we started with the, which is like that. Okay. Then the, no. The, no. Let's just repeat everything. So we start with ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Okay, ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Then cha, cha, ja, jha, ya. Then ta, tha, da, dha, ra. And last 5, ta, tha, da, dha, na. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na, cha, cha, ja, ja, nya, ta, tha, da, dha, na, ta, tha, da, tha, na. Now we are moving on to the second part. I'm not sure how long this will be after editing, but I think it's very important to look at a few words. I'll not be doing a lot of words, okay? Just a few of them. The words that we'll be doing today will only cover the letters that we've done so far, right? So first word we are writing is atak. You start with a, ta, ka, atak. So how you actually write words in Hindi? You write all the letters, okay, without the top line, and then you go and make the top line in one go. What this does is that you can see when a sentence is written, the line at the top will tell you that one word has finished and the next word is starting, right? So when we were doing the letters, we were making top lines on each separately. But when you write a word, it goes together. So this is atak. Atak means stuck. So it's either like stuck or blocked, something like that. So atak. And you will say it the same way that it's written. So this is a, ta, ka, atak, atak. Alright. Second word is aag. So you start with a, okay, a, and then g, aag. Now means fire. Okay. Next Another word is art. Now art means 8. So you again write A and Th. Art. Art is 8. Art, the number 8. Next, we have the letter, the number 1. If you've been following the spoken videos, you would see the 8 and the 1. We've covered numbers from 1 to 12. So, ek, you start with the vowel. You start with the vowel A, okay, and then k. This is ek. So, art is 8 and ek is 1. Next word is enak. Enak means eyeglasses. So you start with e, n, k. Enak. Enak means eyeglasses. Okay, once again. E, n, k. Enak. Then there's a word called chat. Chat. Chat means, chat is, it can be used for roof, it can be used for ceiling, it can be used for terrace. So like if you're in the room, you'll say what is, the ceiling part is chat. If you're on the terrace, then also you're on the chat. Okay. So for chat, we start with the ch, which is this ch, and then t, chat. Chat. This is the roof or the ceiling, okay, or the terrace. And the last one that I had was nat. So you do na and th, nat. Okay. Nat is nose pin. So na, th, nut, nose pin. And yeah, that's it for today. We covered consonants, some of the consonants, 20 consonants, and we looked at some words. So if you enjoyed the video, do let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, push the bell for notifications, and we'll be covering the remaining letters very soon, and then we'll move on to some words. But yeah, for today that's enough. See you next time. Take care.